I didn't watch the debate. I didn't have to. America's a piece of shit garbage can anyway. I just came, I woke up and I checked Twitter, and everybody that I followed just tweeted, oh my god, that was a joke. That was so bad. What do we got? I don't know, let's get these two. I don't want to watch everything, man. I don't know nothing about this. Let's check it out. I just read that it's trash as fuck. I don't know. I didn't watch it.
I want to make sure.
Graduated last in your class, not first in your class.
God, I want to make
Mr.
sure.
Mr. President, can you let him finish, sir?
No, he doesn't know how to do that. He has,
You'd be surprised.
You pick
You'd be surprised.
the
Go ahead,
wrong
Joe.
guy,
Go,
the wrong night
Joe,
at the wrong time.
Listen, did you use the word?
Dude, these people, they planned that shit, right? The team of Trump, they planned to always interrupt him. But that's very, I don't know. Not very gentlemanlike. I don't know. Not very professional.
Word smart. You graduated either the lowest or almost the lowest in your class. Don't ever use the word smart with me. Don't ever use that word.
Vote now.
You're gonna pack the
Make
court?
sure you, in fact, let people know
He doesn't want
you're
to
a
answer the
senator.
question.
I'm not going to answer the question
Why
because
wouldn't you answer that
because
question?
the question is the
new
question
Supreme Court
is
justice,
the
radical
question,
left.
Will you
Who
shut
is
up,
on,
man?
Listen, who is on your list?
Wait. He said, can you shut up, man?
Radical left.
Will you
Who
shut
is
up,
on,
man?
Listen, who is on your?
It's kind of funny, but also kind of not, man. Like this morning, I watched a debate from like Ronald Reagan, man. And back in the day, these guys were gentlemen, man. And now this shit. Anyway, what the fuck?
You folks at home, how many of you got up this morning and had an empty chair at the kitchen table because someone died of COVID? How many of you were in a situation where you lost your mom or dad and you couldn't even speak to them? You had a nurse holding a phone up so you could, in fact, say goodbye.
You would have lost far
How
more
many
people.
people? This is the same man
It's
who
all
told
set
you
up.
by Easter this would be gone away. By the warm weather, it'd be gone. Miraculous, like a miracle.
But Biden is. Did Biden show any behavior of like you know, being a bit weird? Did he talk normally? Did they give him medicals? He seems to articulate himself kind of okay. He was fine. Okay.
By the way, maybe you could inject some bleach in your arm, and that would take care of it.
Oh!
This is the same man.
Said sarcastically,
That was
you know that.
Oh!
40,000 people a day
Damn.
are contracting COVID. In addition to that, about between 750 and 1,000 people a day are dying. When he was presented with that number, he said, it is what it is. Well, it is what it is because you are who you are. He knew all the way back in February how serious this crisis was. He knew it was a deadly disease. What did he do? He's on tape as acknowledging he knew it. He said he didn't tell us or give people a warning of it because he didn't want to panic the American people. You don't panic. He panicked. And even the people who testified under oath.
So let me ask you this.
No,
No, go ahead, Mr. I'm listening to you.
People
Wait a minute. You get the final word, Mr.
Well, it's hard to get any word in with this clown. Excuse me, this.
Oh! Bro, Biden is wrecking him. Jeez. Holy crap. Ay, ay, ay. Biden is in the lead over here. But that's just the new meta, right? You gotta talk like this. Will you shut up? He's a clown. Donald Trump, hey, you're just factual. Donald Trump kind of pulled the whole antics down there, right? And you have to talk on this level now. You can't be gentleman anymore. This is 2020, man. And shit is crazy. And you gotta talk like this, right?
Hey, let me just say you.
But are you willing tonight to condemn white supremacists and militia groups and to say that they need to stand down and not add to the violence in a number of these cities, as we saw in Kenosha and as we've seen in Portland?
Sure,
are you
I'm willing
prepared to
do
specifically
that, but
do it?
Well, go ahead, sir.
I would say almost everything I see is from the left wing, not from the right wing.
So what are you saying?
I'm willing to do anything. I want to see
Well,
peace.
then do it, sir.
Say it. Do it. Say it.
Do you want to call him? What do you want to call him? Give me a name. Give me a
White
name.
supremacists and
Who would
white
you like me to condemn?
White
Proud Boys.
supremacists and right
Proud
militia.
Boys, stand back and stand by. But I'll tell you what. Somebody's got to do something about Antifa and the left, because this is not a right-wing problem. This is a left-wing.
director
This is a left-wing problem.
My son was in Iraq. He spent
Yeah, your son was also in Ukraine,
a
mate.
year there. He got the Bronze Star. He got the Conspicuous Service Medal. He was not a loser. He was a patriot, and the people left behind there were heroes.
Really?
And I resent.
Are you talking about Hunter? Are you talking about Hunter?
I'm talking about my son, Beau Biden. You're talking about.
He's talking about his other son.
Hunter got thrown out of the military. He was thrown out, dishonorably discharged.
That's not true. It wasn't dishonorably.
Cocaine use.
Who cares about the son, man? What the fuck?
And he didn't have a job until you became vice president. Once you became vice president, he made a fortune in Ukraine, in China, in Moscow,
that is simply
and various
not
other places.
True.
He made a fortune.
My son.
And he didn't have a job.
My son, like a lot of people we know at home, had a drug problem. He's overtaken it. He's fixed it. He's worked on it. And I'm proud of him.
But why was he given tens of millions?
Mr. President, your campaign agreed to both sides would get 2-minute answers uninterrupted. Well, your side agreed to it, and why don't you observe what your campaign agreed to as a ground rule, okay, sir?
I saw on Twitter that the moderator in the beginning was like very chill, and in the end he was like, "Oh my fucking god," because Trump is just interrupting the whole time.
It's going to create thousands and millions of jobs, good-paying jobs.
But let him finish, sir.
He doesn't know how to do that.
$100 billion.
Trump,
I'm
you go first.
urging my supporters to go into the polls and watch very carefully, because that's what has to happen. I am urging them to do it. But I hope it's going to be a fair election. If it's a fair election, I am 100% on board. But if I see tens of thousands of ballots being manipulated, I can't go along with that.
Hey, NBC.
I wish there was a better video, man. Like a better highlights video. Well, that, okay. From that cut, I felt like Biden was wrecking him, but that was just 5 minutes. I know, it was biased. Does someone have a link for an unbiased video? I don't know. This is the first time I'm checking this. I don't see much. The full thing? I don't want to watch the full thing, man. Sky News? Fox News? Fox News debate. So now we got a kind of like left-wing bias, and now we're looking for a right-wing bias. Steamrolled Biden. God damn, what is wrong in your country? You're a news source. You can't use the word steamrolled. Well, they can, because they're all bought and they're all corrupt.
All right, welcome to Hannity. The very first presidential debate is now
so that's much more like
in the books.
non-left
extremely
thing.
weak, the frail, the confused,
steamrolled.
Angry Joe Biden just got steamrolled by President Trump. Joe flat out.
I mean, who watches that shit? That is so biased.
Refused to answer simple, basic, fundamental questions, unable to respond to the president's beatdowns, and he appeared flustered, irritated, and, well, cranky. Joe, maybe it's past his bedtime. Probably stayed up too late. Needs his nap.
It's very hard for me to watch this. What the fuck is this personal opinion bullshit, man?
Anyway, we have a lot of live reaction for the full hour. Analysis moments away. Donald Trump Jr. will be here. Sarah Sanders will be here. Dan Bongino.
Goddamn, your country is fucked, man. Jeez. But I'm a guy, I say all the way on stream, I always say that it doesn't matter who wins that fucking election. The fucking boss changes, but the owners don't change. Your country has a deep state. There's a lot of fucking shit in your country, and it doesn't matter who the fucking president is. And if anyone wants to go against the fucking river, if anyone tries to look deeper into the system, they get a fucking bullet in their head. Even in their fucking convertible down in Dallas, man. Doesn't matter who fucking wins this shit. And I always have this, I have this feeling, it's like my opinion. I mean, call me conspiracy theory, whatever. My opinion is, it's dumb that we all pay so much attention to this shit. Because it doesn't matter who wins this, man. We're not looking at real problems here. We're talking about his son and all these fucking bullshit things, man. It's all, I don't know, it's all a big hoax, in my opinion. It's a big shit show that wants you to look the other way.
Start with Joe Biden, who once again
fucking the CEO of Nestle wants to privatize water, and we give a shit about Joe Biden's son, man.
Refused to answer a simple, basic, fundamental question. Would he support packing the United States Supreme Court? He refuses to answer.
What does that mean? What does that mean? I don't. Would he support packing the Supreme Court? What does that mean? I don't understand. Packing a court. What does that mean? The problem is the two-party system. It's deeper than that. Even if you guys had 5 parties, the deep state will just fuck them up. Just appoint more judges? Adding more judges. Make it smaller. Wait, what is it? Make it smaller or more judges? More than 9 judges. Okay. Thank you, Pyrolls. Thank you for 1 year, man. Thank you, man.
Are you willing to tell the American people tonight whether or not you will support either ending the filibuster
We need to learn.
or packing the court.
Whatever position I take on that, that'll become the issue. The issue is the American people should speak. You should go out and vote.
His tactic is to always look in the camera and talk to the voter directly.
You're in voting
could
now.
work, I don't know.
Vote and let your senators know how strongly you feel. Vote now.
Are you gonna pack the
Make
court?
sure you, in fact, let people know
He doesn't want
your
to-
senators.
Steamrolled noobs
I'm
and
not
role
gonna
playing
answer the
game.
question because
He's talking to you, Tommy.
The question is,
They can't do that. What Trump's doing, you can't. That's not fucking, dude. You're the fucking leader of a country, and you work. It's like a game show, man.
Will you shut up, man?
Listen, who's
I
on
know.
your list, Joe?
This
Who's
is
on your
so
list?
Gentlemen, I think
This
we've
is
ended
so
this.
He's gonna pack the
unpresidential.
court.
We have no.
He's right. That's very unpresidential.
We have ended this segment. We're going to move on to the second segment.
That was really a productive segment, wasn't it?
I'm sorry, man. So far, I'm liking Biden here, man. I thought this is Trump biased. Hey, I just want to say my opinion. So far, Biden is wrecking it.
Joe.
In my
He's running
opinion,
for
I don't know. I didn't watch the whole thing.
president
I don't
Joe
know.
won't answer a pivotal, important question on whether or not he'd plan to destroy the U.S. Supreme Court.
What destroy? Who's gonna
It's
destroy
a pity
it?
that a democratic election will be decided by who can steamroll the other end. Insult the other the best.
Fucking America. The thing is just always, I always say that on stream. Dude, Vladimir Putin and Xi Jinping, they must be watching this and they're just sipping fucking $1,000 champagne and they're like, look at these fucking cunts. Dude, Vladimir Putin must smile when he watches this, man. They're, like, Russian bots and that shit, they exist, right? They're actually influencing people on Facebook. Imagine, I don't know if it's true, whatever. Imagine actually Russia kind of helped Trump to win, so they led us more chaos, and now Putin is watching this and he's laughing his ass off, man.
With an illicit practice known
The
as
greatest
court packing.
intelligence
Pretty much of a pathetic,
success
simple question.
ever,
Why
man.
couldn't he
What
answer?
the Russian
Tonight,
intelligence
Joe
did
wasn't
there, man.
Just refusing
I mean,
to
look
answer
at
basic,
America.
simple questions. At
Just
times,
going
he could barely
downhill.
form a sentence. Many struggling moments. Take a look.
20.
And that's what I always. If I will be American, if I was American, I will be like, man, we have to stop this bullshit. We have to stop this fucking cunt. Let's fuck each other up, left versus right. We have to come together. China, Russia, maybe the EU, not so much. They're gonna fuck us if we keep doing this shit. And then I see all these documentaries and interviews, and all the Americans are like, Trump, or I'm gonna die. No, fuck Trump, I'm gonna die. Like, so crazy, man, so crazy. Thank you, Jacob. You guys gotta come together, man. That's like such a sad thing, right? The USA has so much potential. What a great country they are. Putting that all together. I mean, Europe can't even put Europe together. They have all these states together. They saved the world in 1945 with the Russians. It's a great country, man. It used to be a great country. But what the fuck are you guys doing, man? Jesus.
200 million, the 200,000 people that have died on his watch. How many of those have survived? Well, there's 7 million people that contracted COVID. He puts pressure and disagrees with his own scientists.
But you're saying
Everybody
you can't,
knows.
Senator
And
Harris
News
is saying you
breaking up
can't trust
soon.
the
Yeah,
scientists.
sure, man.
Well,
You're
no,
from
you
Turkey?
can't trust the scientists. She didn't say that. You can't trust
She said that public health
Did say
experts,
that.
quote, will be muzzled, will be suppressed.
Well, that's what he's going to try to do. The way to open businesses is give them the wherewithal to be able to open. We provided money. The Congress.
But I was asking you, sir, about masks.
Well, masks make a big difference. Billionaires have made another $300 billion because of his profligate tax.
I just saw this report on my news channel that I always watch. When COVID-19 is over, there will be studies, and these studies will show the rich got so much richer during COVID-19. COVID-19 was a huge wealth distribution from the middle and lower class into the rich class. It put them 20 years ahead with the fucking scissor going bigger, man. Scary shit, bro.
Proposal, and he only focused on the market. You have 91 companies, in the Fortune 500 who don't pay a single penny in tax.
True, fucking true.
Here's it.
With you,
Go ahead. Wait a minute. You get the final word, Mr.
Well, it's hard to get any word in with this clown. Excuse me.
Hey, let me just say to you.
Now, it's no wonder that Joe did, so little to improve the country. He's been nearly 5 decades in the swamp, the sewer that we call Washington, D.C., as the president pointed out.
I don't know, man. Fox News tried to make him look bad. He kind of know. To me, he steamrolled. God damn, that is, you cannot watch Fox News. Holy shit. You can't watch anything. CNN, bah. Yeah. That is scary shit, man. Scary shit. Dude, to me, kinda Biden won here. I don't know. Look good. You actually need to see what Trump answered. Best moments of Trump debate? I don't know. Maybe it's too early for that. It's all Hillary. Yeah, it's all Hillary. I don't know. But I don't want to watch the whole thing. And I don't care that much. I'm a fucking German. I'm not going to watch 1 hour of this clown country fucking each other up, man. Biden was the vice president for a long time. Look up, I'm Joe Biden's husband. No, I'm not. Trump versus Hillary was better and was a big meme potential. Anyway, let's stop this. Oh, we still have this one. Who would make a better president? Final one. I don't want to get too deep into this. I don't care that much. It's just funny. It's good entertainment, man. Thank you, LeBron James.
I'm going to ask a question. When the president seeks a second term, it is generally a referendum on his record. But Vice President Biden, you like to quote one of your dad's sayings, which is, "Don't compare me."
One of your dad. Oh, that's saying. One of your dads.
Compare me to the alternative. And in this case, sir, you are the alternative. Looking at both of your records, I'm going to ask each of you, why should voters elect you president over your opponent? In this segment, President Trump, you go first. 2 minutes.
Because
what I respect about Trump, though, is how strong he stays. All this pressure, all these attacks, all that, everything, and this guy keeps standing strong, man. He's not showing any weakness, man. I respect that a bit, man. Jeez.
there has never been an administration or president who has done more than I've done.
I think it's ignorance. Could be. Could just be dumb, yeah.
And that's despite.
But that guy ain't shaking.
And you saw what happened today with Hillary Clinton, where it was.
Imagine politicians will admit they did something wrong or something. I will vote for that person in a second.
Big con job. But despite going through all of these things, where I had to fight both flanks and behind me and above, there has never been an administration that's done what I've done. The greatest, before COVID came in, the greatest economy in history, lowest unemployment numbers, everything.
Is that true? I don't know. I don't know any stats. I always just heard he did really well. His tax cuts helped the middle class and shit. Stuff like that. I don't know stats like that. I don't know. Like he was treating like I employed the most blacks, and then he shows like a statistic and shit. Technically, yes. Lots of true, lots of fake. See, it's so hard. I would like to see a list with what actually did he do. Like a fact list. Fucking facts. What did he actually do?
Everything was good. Everything was going. And by the way, there was unity going to happen.
And what I always liked about Trump personally is that he is showing, how to say in English, he's fighting China. I think China is slowly taking over the world, which seems true if you look at facts and stuff. They're building the new thing road, I always like that he's trying to fuck China.
People were calling,
or at least
for the first time
keep
in
them
years,
small.
they were calling, and they were saying, it's time,
The new Silk Road, yeah, I googled the new Silk Road. I read an article in the Focus. Dude, that shit is scary, man.
We got hit, but now we're building it back up again. A rebuilding of the military, including Space Force and all of the.
You should at least pay taxes.
A fixing of the VA, which was a mess under him. 308,000 people died because they didn't have proper health care. He was a mess. And we now got a 91% approval rating at the VA, our vets. We take care of our vets. But we've rebuilt our military. The job that we've done, and I'll tell you something, some people say maybe the most important. By the end of the first term...
They rather just insult each other than telling their policies. Well... I mean, I always wonder, what will the American people have to do to change the party system? There's nothing you can do, right? Like, imagine like 51% of Americans say, we do not want the two-party system anymore, we want new alternatives. Not gonna happen. What are they gonna do? Who's gonna do that for them?
I'll have approximately 300 federal judges and Court of Appeals judges, 300, and hopefully 3 great Supreme Court justices. That is a record, the likes of which very few
they have to just on, yeah, they have more parties, but
have so many
they don't matter.
judges
They're nothing.
Because President Obama and him left
they don't have the money.
128.
And then you look at all these candidates, like, I don't know, Andrew Yang, or like back in the day, Ron Paul. These people seem so intelligent and so, like, you know, not dumb.
Judges,
but it's like the guys with the biggest connections get the spot or something.
You just don't do that. They left 128 openings.
Trump has made more jobs. Does anyone have like a webpage where there's facts what Trump did in 4 years? I would love to see that. The boxing match. Imagine they will go to Joe Rogan podcast. That'd be cool. Actually, going to Joe Rogan will really help your campaign because that reaches millions.
Of his party, because they have a little different philosophy. I'd say if you left
BBC made one.
Us 128 openings, you can't be a good president. You can't be a good vice president. But I want to thank you.
Check that in a second, then we're done here.
This is. It'll probably be above that.
It's not healthy.
By the end of this term,
thinking about this shit too much.
300 judges. It's a record.
Looking at both your records, why should voters elect you president as opposed to President Trump? You have 2 minutes uninterrupted.
Under this president, we become weaker, sicker, poorer, more divided, and more violent. When I was...
It's true, isn't it? We've become weaker? I don't know. And I'm just going to shut my mouth.
We inherited a recession. I was asked to fix it. I did. We left him a booming economy, and he caused a recession. With regard to
They're not
being
weaker.
The fact is that I've gone head-to-head with Putin and made it clear to him we're not going to take any of his stuff. He's Putin's puppy. He still refuses to even say anything to Putin about the bounty on the heads of American soldiers.
Your son got $3.5 million.
And by the way, my son...
Trump can't interrupt there. That's really... You should actually get fined for that. That's not okay, man.
Mr. President, your campaign...
You should fine him like $750.
Agreed to both sides would get 2-minute answers uninterrupted. Well,
Poor moderator,
your side
man.
agreed to it, and why don't you observe what your campaign agreed to as a ground rule, okay, sir?
And man, look at chat. Everybody has a different opinion, man. This whole topic is so messy, man. Everybody is on a different side. It seems like there's no common ground anymore, man, and that's the saddest thing.
No, I'm not asking. That was a rhetorical question.
Can you
Go
add
ahead,
back
sir.
30 seconds?
Yeah, yes,
Okay.
you may have.
All right.
Go ahead.
So, thirdly, we're poor. The billionaires have gotten much more wealthy by a tune of over $300 to $400 billion.
But they will always get more healthy.
More just since COVID. You in the home, you got less.
I always wonder how Trump's time would have looked like without COVID.
More violent. When we were in office, there were 15% less violence in America than there is today. He's president of the United States. It's on his watch. And with regard to more divided, the nation can't stay divided. We can't be this way. And speaking of my son, the way you talk about the military, the way you talk about them being losers and being and just being suckers. My son was in Iraq. He spent a
No
year
one cares
there.
about your son. Jeez, I'm sorry, man. I can't watch this. Jeez, fuck that stuff. I want to take a look at that real quick, and then we're done. I can't. I think this is a world you can't stay in too long. If you spend like 8 hours a day thinking about shit like that, no wonder you're gonna crazy, man. Claim. President Trump says he built the greatest U.S. economy ever. He claims to have generated historic economic growth, blah, blah, blah. Reality check. It's true the economy was doing well prior to the pandemic. Continuing a trend which began during the Obama administration. Yeah, they always have this argument that Obama did that shit. But there have been periods where it was much stronger. The U.S. economy has now been hit by the biggest blah, blah, blah. Well, it's just one sentence telling us if it was actually true. GDP. So he was doing okay, and then COVID happened. Okay. During his first 3 years in office, President Trump oversaw an annual average growth of 2.5%. Everybody would have had that. At least 3 years of the Obama administration saw the similar level of growth, along with 5.5% in mid-2014. But coronavirus, yeah, that fucked everyone. Blah, blah, blah. It all fucked us. I get it. Stock market, you can't look at this. I think you can't look at this shit. It would have grown under Hillary too. That's what the stock market does. And then it crashes when COVID happens. Would have happened to anyone, in my opinion. Unemployment rate? Ooh. Like, to me, these statistics are not very good, because this would have happened also under Hillary. Poverty rate went down. But yeah, I don't know. That would have happened also. I don't know. It's the free market doing that shit. Anyway, okay, man. That was that shit. Jeez, let's get to something a bit cooler, man. Oh my god. I'm not clicking any links anymore. I'm done with this. I just wanted to watch this. I don't know who won this debate. I don't know who's gonna win. I feel like the world cares way too much about that. I wonder who's gonna win the next Russian election. Yeah. I just said I'm gonna stop looking at links. Shut up.